Okay, for this one we are going to translate and reflect. This one right here, we're going to take the current function and move it 5 units up. And I know it's going up and down because it's outside the brackets. It's not in the brackets with the x. So when you're doing this, just take it point by point. Every point will move 5 units up. This one moves there. This one moves up. Everything that's on the grid moves up. And then once you've got an idea, you can start drawing in the new graph. So f of x plus 5 is just 5 units up. This one, the minus 3 is inside the brackets. Now the key thing is if it's inside the brackets, it's opposite. It's going left, right. So it's not moving minus 3. It's moving 3 units right. Like that. Every point moves 3 units to the right. It's the opposite because it's the horizontal. This one, we have to take the y-coordinate and multiply by -1. We're flipping it to the opposite side. And then after that, we take the y-coordinate and add 10. So 0 times -1 is 0 plus 10. 1 times -1 is -1 plus 10. And right away we can see it's going, okay, both numbers, this is on the outside, this is on the outside, so it only applies to the y-coordinate. Okay, so this one, we have to state the changes to the original function. So we've got two, one inside, one outside. They're both adding, subtracting, so it's just a translation. They're shifting. So the 4 is always the opposite. It's inside, so instead of positive, we are going to go negative to the left. And this is up, down. 4 units left, 2 units down. So opposite, and this reflects it. And the key thing is we're reflecting to the bottom. So reflecting over the x-axis. This one we're reflecting, but it's to the x-coordinate, and we're moving 7 units up. So on the graphs, we made points, and we took everything, and we took each point and shifted it up 5. This question now, we have a single point, 11,4, and we're going to do the translations and reflect. So the x-coordinate, we're going to add 3, so the x will become 14. The y-coordinate, we're going to add 1, 14, 5. This one here, we have 2 things against the y-coordinate. So we always start with the expansion, the reflection. So the y-coordinate is 4. It's going to be -4 plus 6. The 11, nothing happens. It stays the same. So multiply by the negative. So this one, we got to be careful. We can factor it. And we can start with this one and do that one. The x-coordinate, we are going to multiply by negative, so a -11, plus 2 units. Remember, it's the opposite. 4, all we're going to do is shift up 5, so 4 plus 5, 9. So remember to factor out if there's anything in front of the x. This one, the x only reflects, so it becomes -11. And the 4 minus 7. So anything on the inside, do to the x. Anything on the outside, in front or in the back, due to the y-coordinate. So the x is plus 3. And multiply -1 times y. And this one we have a few things. The x-coordinate, we're going to factor out. So we're going to add 4. So 11 plus 4 is 15. Or, sorry, we have to multiply by -1 first, then add 4. So -11 plus 4. The y-coordinate, we start with the multiplying. 4 times -1, -4, minus 3. And we get our answer. So it's a little tricky with these ones where you have 2 steps in them. And this one, we need to find points, and once we have points, we're going to do the same thing that we did here. So these are about the only 2 points. You could make some in between, but I'm going to start with S. All I'm doing is taking everything and multiplying the y by -1. So the x will stay the same. The y coordinate becomes -4. This one, 13, becomes -13. And it's just going to reflect in the bottom half of the graph. This one, we just need to make some points, and we're going to do the same thing. So all we're doing is reflecting in the negative, or the x coordinate. So this is -6, it becomes +6. The y does not change. This one becomes +1, or sorry, +2, and this one is +1. The 0 does not change, and this one so f of -x and f of x is the original one.